So my name is Alex Cox, and I am the director and writer of Repo Man.
And my name is Vicki Thomas. I'm the casting director.
And I'm Michael Nesmith. I was the executive producer.
My name is Cy Richardson. I was Light and the guy who did Bad Man. It's Juicy Bananas.
My name is Xander Schloss. I am a PA and the late Fox Harris's driver turned actor. I play Kevin.
I'm Del Zamora, and I played Lagarto Rodriguez, the older and funnier-looking Rodriguez brother.
The one with the hairnet.
Right.
Fox Harris, who is the first character that we see in the film,
It's no longer with us.
who's no longer with us, but I met Fox Harris when I and Nancy Richardson, the editor, were guards or caretakers at the Actors Studio in Los Angeles. And the actors really didn't like us, and they would eat our food, and we put a padlock on the refrigerator, and they broke the padlock to steal our food. And the only actor who would speak to either of us was Fox Harris. And so before Repo Man was even conceived, I'd formed this very, very favorable opinion of this guy Fox. He seemed really nice. And then when we were casting the film, Harry Dean Stanton said, "There's an actor that you need to meet, because the only guy who can play this role is a guy called Fox."
Except for this one thing. Fox didn't know how to drive.
No.
That's right.
He couldn't drive a car, and he showed up on the set and took off and drove it right into a bridge.
Yeah.
He almost showed up at gas station. Also,
He hit a gas pump.
Well, subsequently, me and he and I became really great friends because we do these long drives from the desert, and
You obviously were driving.
yeah, it was great. He'd take me into bars down on Santa Monica Boulevard, and he'd say,
This is my friend Alexander. He's an actor, and we're in a big film together.
he was just making stuff up, but
And he pulls his tooth out at midway through the... Oh, brother.
Yeah.
That was... I really wanted to cut that scene. Until now, of course, and now it looks like it's a stroke of genius.
You know who the runner-up for Fox's part was? Lance Henriksen.
Lance Henriksen, that's
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number
yeah.
2.
And Lance and Fox had been friends, but had a falling out over a restaurant bill. I remember Lance telling me that he didn't think they could both be in the film together because of this restaurant incident. There's Varnum Honey, my motorcycle mechanic, riding Bob Richardson's Motor Guzzi, and I'm doubling Fox. And now Robbie Mueller is shooting the original part of Repo Man with Fox in the car, Varnum behind. Because this opening sequence is a composite of 2 different days of shooting. The first shot by Robbie Mueller, who did this shot, and the second day done months later by Bob Richardson.
He was driving the Moto Guzzi. You were driving my BMW motorcycle.
That's right.
Do you remember you had that? That was how
That's
you were
right.
getting around?
I rode your BMW down from Carmel. And then it fell over in the parking lot. You remember? It was an absolutely tragic day.
Oh, it was traumatic. I came over, my mirrors were crunched. Well, okay. I guess that's the price of the movie. Wasn't near as traumatic as when the Malibu got stolen.
The car
That was
Well,
bad.
we'll get to that, won't we?
Yeah. Well, this is that car.
It is.
Because when we started shooting, we only had one of these Chevy Malibus.
Yes, and I kept saying, don't rent the picture car.
Yeah.
Buy them. Let's buy 3.
Yeah. But we only ended up getting one.
Yes.
And the Teamsters suggested to me that I should, since I didn't have a car, I should drive that car to the set every day. And this went on for about a day and a half, and then the car vanished.
I came in and wrote, "Where's the Malibu?" on the wall of the Repo office. The smoking boots, that's left over from Time Rider.
That's a joke from Time Rider, borrowed for Repo Man.
Yeah, in New York, they put that on the poster.
That's right.
Smoking
and in
boots is a
England,
cardinal.
yeah, that was the British poster too.
and there goes Alex.
Our generic
Wow.
cans, the generic line of food.
This particular scene was shot the day after my 21st birthday.
How nice.
Yeah.
So it's like a present for you.
It's a little present. Little boy.
But you didn't, originally you were scheduled to play this part, weren't you, Xander? But then I had a crisis of confidence.
Yeah, I think it was strictly business. You guys had negotiated a deal with Chris Penn the same day that you hired me. And subsequently, because Chris had a bigger name than I I was out, he was in. And nobody really knows it, but I can remember Vicky and I sitting on the curb downtown, and I was bawling like a baby about it.
I think if you'd gone all the way with the mohawk, see,
Yeah.
I'm looking at the haircut, I'm thinking this is a truncated mohawk. This is a mohawk that did not quite have the guts to be a mohawk. Am I right or wrong about this?
It's what I call a pose hawk.
A
Michael.
pose hawk.
And the reason being,
Had you done it, everybody would. We would have followed you into the sea if you had really had a mohawk.
now that didn't hurt.
Yeah, this is Luis Contreras. And Louis kept telling Xander that he was going to hurt him in the scene.
And that's Charles Hopkins, who used to be my boss at UCLA Film Archive.
Here we go.
Boom!
That did hurt.
That hurt.
That put a bruise on my ribs, even though I was wearing a protective girdle about the size of a cantaloupe.
Well, Louis told me that he says he wants to be an actor. I'm going to initiate him.
Yeah.
Dick Rude with a Sid Vicious t-shirt. And in the background, Miguel Sandoval.
Prescience.
And the Circle Jerks playing.
And they're listening to the Circle Jerks, aren't they?
Right.
Who later appear.
Who, by the way, when I met them on the set, they were totally disinterested in me. I said, "Hi, I'm Xander. I'm playing Kevin the Nerd." And they said, "So?" But I later on ended up joining the band and playing with them for about 12 years.
There's Jennifer Balgobin.
You're still in the Circle Jerks, aren't you?
Well, yeah, you could say so. If we keep breaking up and having reunions, and now we're all kind of getting on in years. So
Geriatric punk rockers.
So the circle's not quite round.
That's
when you come
right.
back
Square
together.
jerks. The square jerks.
not a lot of jerking going on either.
Is it Jennifer Balgobin?
Jennifer Balgobin,
Balgobin.
who we saw a couple of weeks ago and looks today exactly as she did
she looks
in
great.
1983.
She does look great.
Miguel Sandoval, who doesn't look exactly like he did in 1983.
That's when he had hair, right?
Yeah, this is the guy from The Clear and Present Danger with the baseball bat.
Yeah.
The drug lord.
Or if you stay at his house in Los Angeles, he's actually the drug landlord.
And here you come, Xander.
I love this scene.
This is your mom. This is your mom's house, right? This is Kevin's.
Well, if you look closely on the other dresser, not the one with the lamp, you can see a picture of me as a little boy. I just love that. Nobody's supposed to be up here. It's my parents' room.
Yeah, we had lots of improvisations too of you being like pushed in the pool and stuff like that. You know, we did voiceover, didn't we? I'm supposed to be the host.
Yeah,
guys.
joke's a joke, but I'm supposed to be the host here.
We were waiting this shot so you could get the lights to go off. Do you remember that?
That's right. And the guy who had to turn the lights off was
Lights
called
off on
Mr.
the bridge.
Knickerbocker. Do you remember?
Well, I remember you waiting to get the lights go off. Did they go off?
Yeah.
Okay, when did they go off?
We just have to wait because it's just on the... There they go!
Oh, no!
Cut.
That was very, very close.
And there was a guy from Washington Irving called Mr. Knickerbocker. And he was the guy who had the power to turn off the lights on the bridge.
Here comes one of the most hateful, vulgar lines in the movies, which is also one of the funniest.
And there's Vicky's car.
That was your car?
No, is that my car?
Yeah.
The blue Impala was
Yeah, we
your
used
car?
your car.
Oh, my
didn't we?
God.
Uh-oh.
No, we used my car initially to cast this movie at UCLA
That's
Film
right.
School.
I auditioned in that car at UCLA. When it was,
My Chevy Impala was on a soundstage at UCLA Film School, and Biff Yeager was the very first actor. We read for the film.
And I came with my girlfriend in separate cars, and she thought Alex was the strangest guy she'd ever met, and she left.
Well, Alex had orange hair at that time, did you?
Yeah, well,
yellow hair.
I had a punk rock girlfriend and she made me do things with my hair.
Oh, no. No.
Vicky,
Disclaiming.
that couldn't be your car because I went and picked that car up when I was a PA. from
My
a
car was
rental
green.
place.
Oh, yours
It was a
green.
different...
And I
Impala.
remember driving at 110 miles per hour down Highland Avenue.
What?
Oh, yeah. You guys didn't know it. I was driving that thing like a maniac.
So here we have Harry Dean Stanton.
Here's Harry Dean.
Any
he says
thoughts
that-
on Harry Dean?
That's right. Well, Harry Dean, it was who... I had that note, didn't I? That thing that you found,
The cross.
that memo.
What was the look? The cross between a Western and a,
He
and
has
a
that
cadaver?
Old West / cadaver look.
Western movie star.
This is what a friend of mine told me at the time. This weekend, I went to a party and met Harry Dean Stanton. Even before I knew who he was, I thought, this man must play Bud. He is just like Varnum, the motorcycle mechanic. He has that great remnant of the Old West / cadaver look.
That's great.
And
well
he
said.
did. And he
You called
did.
me up. You were all excited about Harry Dean. This guy's a repo man. He's actually a repo. Now, when this guy falls,
I'm doing his voice right here.
you are.
Yeah, we did it out of the parking lot. If you
That's
remember,
right, yeah.
in the back of the office.
And Debbie Diaz does the voice inside.
Right.
Yeah.
Now let's talk a little bit about this guy's hand.
Ow. That had to hurt.
He got hurt.
Not good.
We really didn't care, though, did we?
But he didn't lose his thumb.
Well,
did he?
hey, life
I mean,
of a
his
repo
thumb
man.
stayed on. Because I
It's
remember there was a story about a thumb later, wasn't there?
Yeah, that wasn't his thumb.
But that wasn't his.
Oh, but let's
Somebody
even
lost
talk
their
about-
thumb, and
Oh,
later
yes.
they sued the production, and nobody knew about it.
I
And then they-
still have it.
You, why didn't you bring it back?
It
I
cost
don't
us
know.
thousands.
Now, I've seen that scene replicated in other movies where there's a cross or a crucifix or a Virgin Mary and they throw it out.
Now here we've got the little dangly pine tree, which was the only sponsor that you got for the film, besides Ralph's Markets.
Ralph's Supermarkets donated some generic goods, including beer, and the Car Freshener Corporation donated about 100 of these little Christmas trees without scent, so that we wouldn't have
Special.
to smell
That was our special effects, right?
Yeah.
That was our entire special effects
Yeah.
budget.
And this hut doesn't really. This hut was built by J. Ray Fox and Linda Burbank. This whole office, it was just an empty lot. There were no cars. There was nothing there.
Now, that's the part I read for.
That's the part you read for originally, isn't it?
Right. And
Yeah.
6 months later, you called me and told me that you had good news and bad news. You said the bad news was that I wasn't going to get that part, and my heart hit the floor. He said the good news, I was getting one of the Repo Man parts, and we were all going to get paid. So great.
I had one of those phone calls too. It was the first time I met Al was in UCLA. And then 8 months later, we were going to shoot it again as a student film.
As a student film, yeah.
And 5 months later, you called, and I was actually getting ready to open a play, and you said, we're going to do it. And I was like, oh, great. So we're on the weekends at UCLA with him. He goes, no, we're getting paid. You're going to be SAG movie, and the whole Universal is interested. And I was like, wow, couldn't believe it.
Universal's interested. They're not interested.
They're
They're
interested
again.
What is their problem?
You know what? The funny thing, speaking about the music of Repo Man, was that it seems like that was one of the first compilation soundtracks of bands, actual bands, instead of just a composer.
You know, the only other thing I can think of that's analogous to that would be Easy Rider. Because remember, the Easy Rider album was a great compilation album and very of that time.
But wasn't it on the basis of the sales of the album that they renewed interest in theatrical release of the film?
I think so.
Of
It
what?
did help, didn't it?
Of what?
Of Repo Man. It did
Mm-hmm.
give a certain push to some sort of, at least a video distribution, didn't it?
Well, I mean, the whole thing with Universal was very strange. I don't know. You guys talk about it. Universal's on again, off again. I was, of course, in the dead center of that, and the people that we sold the movie to, that I sold, well, we actually didn't sell the movie. What we had to do is what in the business is called a negative pickup, which means I had to finance the film and then they would agree to buy it once it was done, which means that if it didn't come out, I was just basically on the hook for it. But so when I said I would go ahead and finance the film, then they started looking at all the ancillary benefits and all the stuff that would come out of it. And part of it, of course, was they were thinking about the music. But in the middle of the whole thing, everybody who was interested in the film left. And a whole new regime came in, none of whom cared a toss about the music. Yeah. So it was tough going. Alex, take these people through this big character introduction scene. Now that's
the Vanetta McGee, who from last seen in a wonderful spaghetti western called The Big Silence. Cy Richardson just came in, and that line that you said, somebody pissed on the floor again, was a voiceover line afterwards that you had wanted to say, and so we squeezed it in. This is Tracy Walter,
the Magic Tracy,
who Michael had used previously in Time Rider, along with Miguel Sandoval.
Right.
And what Tracy's telling Otto here is that these little Christmas trees show up in every car that gets repossessed, which according to Repo Man, they really do.
And there's one on the windshield, the wind visor.
There's one on Bonham's.
Now, who was playing Pletchner?
Richard Ferrangi. Very, very good actor. Richard Ferrangi, very underrated and not seen enough. He did a lot of Lumet stuff, didn't he? Sidney Lumet films.
Right. There's Susan Barnes.
And David Chung. And the other Repo Man, the head of the Repo office, is Tom Finnegan.
Right.
Tom Finnegan was who? Tom Finnegan was Bud?
He's
Ole.
Ole, the guy who sits behind the desk.
Yeah. Agent Ironhand.
She had some great legs.
Yeah.
See, now here was your first little peek into your conspiracy theorist mind, Alex, because you have her say some people just explode. Isn't it her that
Yes,
says
that's
it
right.
just then?
That's right.
Some people just blow up.
Yeah. That was Steve Matson and Biff Yeager. Steve is a natural blonde, but Biff had to dye his hair for
There
the
you
part.
are, Xander, with Emilio.
Yep.
And we wanted to give Biff a part because he had read when it was going to be a student film for Harry Dean's part.
And he actually would have been very good,
And
Biff. He's really
in our student film, he probably would have been Bud.
He would have been Bud, wouldn't he? Yeah.
There's one of the great memorable lines from Repo Man. There's room to move as a fry cook.
Yeah.
Which was actually there was a chapter in a book recently devoted to that particular line about our generation and how we just we don't, we're overeducated and don't have the motivation to really get into a career, but hey, if you're assistant manager, you'll be you could be manager in 2 years
or 10 years.
Yeah.
Whose idea was the coolie hat?
Yeah, I was going to say, it looks like a
Stroke.
Sam Fuller movie.
Absolute stroke of genius.
That was Emilio's frisson, his actor moment.
Is the coolie hat?
Edge City.
Yeah, the Edge City bus.
Edge City bus.
Right. And where did you get that bus?
I don't know. It must have been Dave Schaefer, the transportation captain. got it.
Extraordinary. Good bus.
Yeah, it's a great bus, isn't it?
And there's Emilio, who was introduced to us by our friend Mary Kornhauser.
That's right.
Because I tried to knock on his manager's office, Dolores Robinson. She wouldn't give me the time of day. We finally got Emilio through a friend.
She still won't give me the time of day.
Sorry.
The Reverend Larry.
Who's the preacher?
Jonathan. No,
I
that
can't remember.
Jonathan's on the couch.
We tried to get
yeah.
we tried to get Reverend Gene Scott to
That's
play
right. We
this
tried
part.
to get
Oh, my
Reverend
Lord.
Scott, didn't we?
That would have
And
been fabulous.
I think we made contact,
Yeah.
and I can't exactly. I think he just turned us down. Did he? I can't quite remember.
I think, yeah, he must have, mustn't he? But our man did a creditable
Yes.
pretty good.
version.
Here's that food in the can
And
singing.
people would always laugh when they saw that thing with food written on it.
Oh, well,
It's
it's
so yum.
hilarious. So what was that? Is that corned beef hash? What is that?
I think it's corned beef hash.
Oh,
something like
my.
that, yeah.
Spam.
Or some spam.
Couldn't enjoy it anymore, Mom.
That right there. Couldn't enjoy it anymore. Classic.
This film has some of the most quotable lines.
Oh, for days.
I've been working with some younger people that are just getting into film now, and a lot of people say that this film was the absolute inspiration that made them want to be filmmakers.
I hear that. What are some of the lines that you hear people quote?
Oh God, a lot of people say, "Let's go get sushi and not pay," or
Let's go do some crimes.
"Let's go do some crimes." Ordinary people spend their lives getting out of trouble. Repo Man spends his life getting into trouble.
Life of a repo man is intense.
Yes, there's so many quotable
Now
lines in the film.
none of those are quotable on me. The ones I remember was, "That don't mean he was a homo, Miller."
John Wayne was a fag. I mean,
That's a big quotable line.
John Wayne.
But
Yes,
that's
he
John
was
Wayne
too,
story.
you boys.
All of this was told to me as truth. The John Wayne story was told to me by a guy called Swati, who had a company called Arrow Glass and Mirror in Venice. And Swati assured me that he had gone to John Wayne's house in Brentwood to install two-way mirrors, and that John Wayne came to the door in a dress.
Well, you
must
are
be true, right?
You may be indebted to Swati for the story, but we are forever indebted to Tracy Walter for
Oh,
the delivery
yeah.
of that line.
Yeah.
That line that came out of his line. It was magic. John Wayne was a fag.
He was, boys. I installed 2 mirrors in his pad in Brentwood.
Everybody tries to do
Door
it.
in a dress.
He come to the door in a dress.
Nobody does it like Tracy.
I know, it's great.
But Tracy, also the other thing that Tracy had was that the more you drive, the less intelligent you
Oh,
are.
Yeah,
very good.
Yeah, that was a
very
great
good.
line. Yeah.
And he actually made that into a sort of a franchise, because that character was then on like commercials for the Yellow Pages or something,
Yes.
wasn't he?
Yes.
Endlessly would appear on TV in
Yeah.
some variation on that
Yeah.
on that character.
and there's a lot of really catchy catchphrases in there too.
This is a good scene for catchphrases too. What's going on between when Bud's explaining the code of the Repo Man.
The Repo Code.
Yeah.
And Harry did a good thing here because originally that was in 2 different scenes. And what Harry did was he sort of combined the elements of the Repo code into one continuous speech.
And then we couldn't use, remember they wanted to use Rum and Coke, that song Rum and Coke. There.
Rum and Coca-Cola, that's right.
Rum and Coca-Cola, but because they were snorting crank or whatever.
Yeah,
They didn't want it.
And then it was interesting because when we did the television version of Repo Man, they had cut out so many bits of the film, including this scene, that the film was only like about 55 minutes long. and so then they tried to shoot some new insert shots to bulk it out a bit. And so in the end, we got drawn in to redo the to sort of clean up television version.
That's my sister there and Jorge Martinez, who you hired that
from
night.
San Diego.
The Ordinary People.
Yeah.
Harry Dean does a great thing here in moving from this scene to the package store scene. He really maintains this edgy cranked up right there.
Yes.
He's still chewing the inside of his lips and
Yeah.
everything. He's very, very consistent. His rap through here is very funny.
I'll handle it, pal. Try to settle down. Have a nice day. Or night.
Oh my God.
Day, night.
Day, night, what's the
Yeah,
difference?
he's a crankhead. And there's your first lattice of coincidence, correct?
Yes, it's developing all the time. So we've had the Christmas tree already.
Right.
This is a shot by Bob Richardson, which people often say to me is one of the great Robbie Mueller shots in the film.
Now, here we go, introducing the Rodriguez brothers.
And this is the introduction of the Rodriguez brothers.
Actually, there was a scene of them earlier with my dog Chivo where he was explaining who they were, but they don't. Really...
Oh, no, that's in there. That's still in there, but it comes as a flashback.
Right.
But this scene's interesting also because this really does sort of anticipate a lot of what Robbie did in To Live and Die in L.A. You know, all of this
All the stuff in
neighborhood,
the LA River.
all the L.A. River, and then they drive the wrong way on the freeway. It's a very exciting sequence, but it's all sort of, it has the feeling of this sequence.
And I'll say it's a cool car. That was a great car. What was that, a 1960 Falcon?
Yeah, that's right.
There was 64 Ford Falcon. There were 2 of them.
Was that it?
Yeah.
Sweet piece.
And we had duplicates of that, didn't we?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, thank God. By that time, we'd learned our lesson.
Yeah, one was the floor and the other was an automatic.
Now, could you translate that line for us, Del?
Oh, the to fuck your wife line?
Yes.
He asked me where I'm going in Spanish, and I tell him to fuck your wife.
That's very good.
That's a great shot.
That's a shot by Tom
Yeah.
Richmond. Tom Richmond is up on the bridge covering that from another angle.
That's great. Great shot.
Very good stunt driving by Bobby Ellis.
Very good. Bobby Ellis, an outstanding player.
The whole thing.
Outstanding teamster, and outstanding
Here it comes.
stumbler.
Here comes the signature line.
Wow, that was intense. Repo Man's always intense.
All right.
Yes, Harry Dean. Right in there with it's going to be a bumpy night.
Cops and robbers. Real life car chases.
It was so funny. I had such a hassle with Harry Dean because I wanted him to jump out and get his feet wet.
Yeah, he
you know,
wouldn't do it.
and we had all kind of extra shoes and socks prepared for him. But he would never put his feet in the water.
You
course you
know,
don't know.
I eventually ended up laying in that river as a lighting stand-in on a science fiction shortly after this film was done. And it was basically, I was instructed by Del, if you want to be an actor, you have to do everything. That includes lighting, stand-in, whatever you have to do.
Sandbag,
Yeah.
whatever it takes.
So I was a lighting stand-in on a science fiction, and in that last scene where I show up on the gurney, that was an actual infection that I got in my eye.
As a result of lying in the LA River.
Yeah, and all the malathion that they were spraying all over the place, and, you know.
Hey, but you earned your dues. You really paid him.
I did.
No, he paid even worse. There was worse yet to
Hey, there's
come.
my dog. There's Chivo.
Ah,
There's
yes.
Del.
And that's
also
Dave
Eddie
Schaefer.
Velez.
And Eddie Velez.
Right.
Eddie Velez, the other Rodriguez brother, Dave Schaefer, the Teamster captain, and the late Chivo.
And the late Chivo.
This here, that's a Juicy Bananas song.
Yeah,
That was the
that's
group
right.
that I was in.
And Sue Kill.
Good gag. You pull this one a lot?
Only on the women.
And she's called Mrs. Magruder because Betsy Magruder was the first assistant director, outstanding first assistant director on Repo Man.
I love the way she said, "We're back."
How utterly charming.
That was before mace or pepper spray was really big.
But I
wasn't
love
it?
this. He just gets left by Light. Light just leaves him. he's on the case.
Yeah, and then wasn't another scene that that Emilio and Cy were doing that was the basis for the lyrics of Bad Man.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
His whole guess how many ties I got.
That's right. Yeah, because we had these long monologues that we'd used as audition pieces, including that one
Tracy.
of the one of Tracy about
Yeah.
flying saucers, and the one of Cy about the suits and ties.
You know, I mean, to talk about memorable lines. How about that line at the end of the tune? You know, how can you tell your woman really loves you? How can you tell, Cy?
Oh, I know somebody. If she fuck your dog.
That's love, I have to say. I don't know.
We use that as an alternative. I think there's only...
Here's Todd Darling.
Todd Darling,
There's
who's
Todd Darling.
directing this documentary.
And his son, who now is much taller than Todd, I think.
He sure doesn't look the same. I mean, Todd's son, he's grown up.
Slightly.
I love this song, too. Great use
Here's
of it.
Olivia Barish.
Olivia Barish.
And they're driving to the tune of Pablo Picasso Never Got Called an Asshole.
Yeah, and I actually introduced you to her. I'll take credit for that one.
Really?
I had just worked on a movie where I was...
With Olivia.
I was a stand-in,
Oh.
and she was the only one. It was called The Young Landlords, and she was the only one that was kind to me. The rest of the stars were so rude to me.
And that's like Fox Harris, you see, and it works. If you're kind, always be nice to a strange bearded gentleman that you meet in a smoking room in Europe, because he may turn out to be the king of Sweden.
Very well said, Alex.
That's happened to me like I can't remember how many times.
Yeah.
I didn't know there were that many kings of Sweden.
Yeah. Well, you should never insult anybody unintentionally.
Who's this woman?
She's an English lady.
Well, yes.
That's
And her
right.
name
know
is
this.
I can't
Helen.
remember.
Helen Markham?
No.
No.
She's
She's great.
she's also
Well-
you can see she's impromptu here. She's totally ad
You
libbing.
might be right.
She might be, huh?
Oh, she would say, "You pick
Markham
it up.
sounds familiar.
You pick it up."
And then she's in another scene later,
Yeah, and then she's in the hospital later
Right.
on when they
complaining about the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Olivia was great. I had worked with her, and like I told you, I said, I think she's right for that thing. And then
She
you all saw
was.
her.
It's perfect.
It's a repossessor. They take back cars from dildos that don't pay their bills.
Now, what did that line end up
Oh,
being in the
boy.
TV version?
Flip you.
Oh, yeah, Melon Farmer Flip You.
But in the TV version was so short that we actually included some scenes that weren't in the feature.
Right,
There's the
that's
one
right.
where Harry Dean smashes a telephone box with
That's a great
sledgehammer.
scene.
And there's one with Jack McInally where they steal his car while he's shaving,
Now those are condoms filled with water
and with grass skirts.
and with grass cuts.
Yeah. Designed by J. Ray Fox and Linda Burbank.
Those were the aliens.
That's another memorable line.
Oh,
Laugh
is it
away,
in-
fuck face
Oh,
was
is
another
that
line that
funny?
people quoted.
Scientists also in our secret service smuggled the corpses off his Air Force base. Now he's got him in the trunk of his car. It's a Chevy Malibu.
This is like the first film about Roswell, New Mexico, isn't it? I mean, there must have been about 50.
Alex, it's the first film about anything.
Just about anything.
Nobody. All this was taboo. Nobody was dealing with any of this
I
stuff.
had,
It
like-
scared me to death.
I'd gone to Roswell, New Mexico. I was so interested in the idea that there'd been these aliens there on this Air Force base and stuff. And I went there, and Waddell was from Roswell,
Yeah,
New
I'm
Mexico.
born in Roswell, so it was really funny that I ended up in this movie, and that we actually put in. I ad-libbed Roswell, New Mexico, in another scene actually.
But you just get there, and there was absolutely nothing there. There was in those days, there was no museum, there was no souvenir shop. It was very disappointing.
There's still not
No
much
aliens.
Well, I actually went back there for the 50th anniversary of the UFO crash and spent a week in Roswell, New Mexico.
there. Wow, what did you do for a week there?
Well, we were actually trying to sell. My girlfriend's brother did the aliens for the film Communion, And we had these aliens in the back of the truck that we brought there, and we were trying to sell them.
I'm sure you sold them, right? You sold them all.
Not there. I mean, the museum at Roswell wants to install one of his pieces, but they want it for free. Of course, everybody wants something for free.
Well, when you go to the museum now, the woman looks like an alien.
Yeah.
The woman that when you come in, she goes, "Hello, welcome to the Roswell UFO Museum."
Well, if I was a town like Roswell looking for an industrial base, I'd dress everybody up like aliens too.
Yeah, they won't embrace
Yeah.
it. They won't embrace it.
Turn it into Roswell land.
Yeah, they will not embrace it.
Some of the friendliest people I've ever met were in Roswell, though.
Oh, I thought you were going to say some of the friendliest people you ever met were aliens.
Oh,
The
yeah.
Weekly World News. There it is.
Another first.
You saw it here first.
Somebody has to work around here.
Good hat.
It's a beautiful hat, isn't it? Yeah.
Great hat. Was that a pork pie? Is
Yes.
that what that's called?
Yeah.
Man, we've been looking for this little red devil for
Oh, here we go.
Just act natural. Nobody knows if it's your car or somebody else's car.
He's really getting initiated into the Repo Man.
All right?
I like the fact that the Slim Jim makes a car alarm go off inside. Doesn't make him bat an eye.
I know.
Yeah, you're wonderful in this side. Beautiful.
That was my first scene. My very
This is the
first
first
day.
thing you did?
Yeah, first thing I did.
It's great. So calm.
Because you have to break the steering wheel column, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But look, it's very methodical.
Size a real cool cat in real life, too.
Well, this was my film to try. I had quit acting for 2 years and did nothing but go to school. So when I came back to do this film, it was Cy Richardson was doing his thing. I had to find my place in this industry. And my place was supposed to be a black Humphrey Bogart.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so
That's the inspiration.
So the
that's
first thing you do is steal a Camaro. That's what I would do.
Yeah.
Oh, here comes a great line.
Put that damn gun down, boy. Ain't no phone. Shit.
And there they go. And how long did that take? What?
60 seconds.
Wow, it's beautiful.
Place of work. This shit's scared. You know I'm not a cop.
This is my favorite scene.
Yeah, it's one
great
of the
monologue.
base scenes.
We've got a little homage to Robbie Mueller here, Kings of the Road, with the glasses.
The glasses, yeah.
I love this, the tape.
How many times you light the cigarette, Si? Because you weren't really smoking.
Right.
I love this line. Managing a pop group ain't no job for a man.
That's right.
Those are words to live by as a musician.
And people love this.
I love this. That's
They
my
love
favorite.
this.
That's the
They
best
get run
thing.
over and they, oh, everybody's...
My nephew got in a fight in Chicago, and the movie's about that.
Why?
Because they said I was stupid for throwing the money out the car.
Oh, that's too much.
Founded the Maserati.
But it's like, but that's the point of the whole movie. Is there everybody's, and the whole movie is constantly searching for something.
diuretics.
The science of matter over
Yeah.
mind, But whenever they get it, they just don't know what it is. They
Right.
don't want it anyway, really.
What's funny is the Dianetics people actually like that.
That's funny.
They get the joke. I talked to them about it a couple times.
Now, Al, this scene started, I think I'd asked you to write some monologues for the actors
That's
coming
right.
in to use as audition pieces. And it wasn't in the film.
No.
And then it was so great. Everybody reacted to it so well that you put it in the movie.
It's the heartbeat of the movie.
It's my
I
favorite
think
scene.
you're right.
It's the heartbeat of the movie. This is it, the lattice of coincidence scene. The Mayans invented television.
Yeah.
Plate of shrimp.
And the car is really a time machine.
It's all right.
Yeah.
Weird this right now.
And if you look real closely, there I am over to the side bawling to Vicky about
Not bad.
it was that was actually that night.
But that's a really nice shot too. Just that nice two shot there, and the wide shot also when it goes wide is really nice.
We were very lucky. We were extremely lucky that we got Robbie Mueller, because at that time he hadn't shot, I think he'd shot one other American film, hadn't he? I think
That,
with
yeah,
Dolly
if
Parton.
that was
Yeah.
it. And we were shocked when he
They
called.
said he'd do it, yeah. Because The American Friend was such a
I think
perfect film.
I think we were shocked he even responded, Alex.
Yeah.
That was what we were shocked at.
And in fact, you know what that was? Because I had actually said to you, Michael, that I was thinking of using another guy. Well, I won't say who it was, but he was like a New York-based cameraman. And we looked at a little bit of something he'd shot, and you said, I don't know about this guy, Why don't you think if you could have anybody that you want, who would you like to have be the DP?
Mm.
And that was when I thought of Robbie Mueller.
That's a nice shot there, too. That's just beautiful.
It's amazing, it's just sometimes you just call them up, It's like,
That's right.
People are afraid to call. They just call you up and just say, you come do this. That's the way I did a thing for a guy that called me up to score a movie. I said, sure. He fainted. But it's,
That was before he heard the score or after?
No, after he heard the score.
Alex, how long did it take you to write this, or what were the circumstances writing this
It was just
monologue?
what you said. I wrote the speech for Cy and the speech for Tracy as audition speeches.
Right.
And we included part of Cy's speech in the film and part of it on the song, and most of Tracy's in this scene.
And you just...
It was just like
any
what goes on
inspiration
inside
for
their
you?
heads.
Right,
What
right.
goes on in Light's head, what goes on in Miller's head.
Right.
It's a great way to do it because I very rarely run into anyone who does that, who will like write a piece that's really not going to be in the movie.
Because then the actors want it to be in the movie.
Because it's a great scene for them. They know.
Yeah.
And see, I thought because you had me read every Repo Man character one day because no one showed up and I just stayed and read with everyone. I thought I did this. I didn't do anything. I was just there.
Yeah, when you auditioned us, you had us play several several scenes. I remember I was Punker and one of the Repo Man and the other brother. Harry Dean's great here too.
Who's shooting this, Alex?
This is Robbie, but he's shooting from a camera car.
Yeah.
So it's a bit distancing, isn't it? You sort of feel that maybe the camera feels a bit too far away.
Yeah, but look at the way the film looks. Look at that blue cast on everything, and the dirt on the. Look at that shot.
It's great.
It's one of my favorite scenes.
Yeah.
That one and the one with Cy in the car and back. Those two staggered cars.
Yeah, that's very nice.
Very memorable. Now, it's about right here that you decide not to shoot the end that you had written, right?
Around about this time, one of the producers, Jonathan Wax, and Martin Turner, who was the still photographer, came up with an idea that Miller had become a much more important character during the development of the film than he had been at the outset, and that in some way he should be connected to the conclusion. And so they together came up with the idea that that everything that was said about the car was actually true. It was a flying machine, it was a time machine, it could do anything, and that Miller was the only person who could harness that power because of his innocence.
Right. Well, it's a splendid notion. Of course, my little exec's heart starts to beat faint because here you have a scene with them getting set for the revolution.
Yeah.
Which I now know is never going to pay off in the movie. I have people keep saying, well, what were they doing up there with the guns and the beret? And this? Well, that was something that just never actually happened.
That's right, because among the alternative endings of Repo Man, there was one where the car exploded. It really did have an atomic bomb in it and exploded and destroyed Los Angeles.
Yeah, from the valley. The valley first.
The valley first. And then there was the ending, the revolutionary ending,
right,
where Otto gets lured into Central America and becomes a revolutionary.
Same way he got lured into being a repo.
Yeah.
There was a line there in that last scene that I remember a lot of people quoting, which is that Manos Rodriguez don't approve of drugs. I've heard that one a lot too.
No.
Usually as people are smoking pot.
Yes. Hey, that's one of those things, Xander, that you were trying to sell.
Well, that's the receptionist at the Roswell Museum.
Yeah. Welcome to Roswell.
I'm at work, Otto.
That we got a big laugh to that.
Yeah.
I'm at work.
We actually shot a lot more in the Flying Saucer HQ, didn't we?
You know, Emilio did this a lot off camera as well. For some reason, he liked to run around in his briefs a lot. Remember that?
Always nice and clean, though.
Yeah, no skid marks there.
Oh.
Whoa.
You did get a graduate degree in Repo Man, didn't you, Xander?
Yeah, here's the scene you were talking about.
Yeah. And the reverse on the, right there.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
And that's what I call a split diopter on the lens.
Uh-huh.
So it's got two focal points. It's got one on Cy and one on Harry Dean.
It's vertical, right?
But you'll see his hand will go out of focus.
But look at the lighting on Cy and the lighting on Harry Dean.
Yeah.
And very, very good.
Even the
Cy,
little...
did you ever think about getting a roach clip?
But it's great. Even look, you can see that he's got it lit there at the last second.
But the nice thing
department
about that
couldn't
scene, not to go film school on you here, but nice thing about that scene is that you have the juxtaposition of the two points of view. You got Light, who's rough and tumble, and you got Harry Dean, who's living this phony code.
Yeah.
Right.
And you have it rendered filmically there, so you can really see it. One's front, very organic. The other one's back and sort of in this blue, misty, vague life.
Yeah, that was another quotable line. I don't allow any commies in my car, nor Christians either. I've heard that one.
Yeah, I like that because it shows he's his own sort of.
And
mad
here's Al.
anarchist.
There's Al in a cameo.
Yep.
There he is.
There I am.
Alex Cox, our director.
And here's Fox as he about to shear off the gas pump.
Yeah. Oh boy. Cut just before he hits the pump.
No.
Oh, must have been
Definitely
a
a second take.
Yeah, that was a second take.
Put it back on.
Because by this time, the drivers had found and prepared an identical car to the missing Malibu, hadn't they?
Yes.
So, and then the old one was found again in Riverside.
Found, yes. Mysteriously, miraculously found.
Miraculously found. And so we had two, which is just as well, because then one of them was completely destroyed in the gas pump collision. Oh, there's Harry Pace. That's an actor called Con Covert.
Where?
That's right.
Whose face we saw in the Screen Actors Guild catalogue
Where?
of Academy Players Directory.
They're plastered on. See it right there.
Oh, I see
plastered
on the
telephone
posters.
poles.
On the
Yeah.
posters. Good.
Harry Pace for City Controller. And he's
What was that about? Why were we doing that?
It was
City-
part of the lattice work of coincidence
Oh,
because
thank you
Harry
very much.
Pace and Happy Face
That's
are the
right.
same
That's
thing,
right.
and he's wearing a Happy Face badge.
Why did I even
Yeah,
ask?
and we paid him a day's salary
That's right.
to
To use
said,
his
yeah.
picture.
We said, don't even show up. Just let us use your picture. Let us use your 8x10.
Huh.
And he did. Con Covert.
Del, who's doing your costuming? Is this coming off of the set, or are you coming to work?
No,
like
this was actually the wardrobe.
Theda de Ramos.
Theda did a
Good-
great
good
job.
costumes.
I wish I had that jacket.
Good look.
Yeah.
The wife beaters and the
Yeah,
hairnet.
it would be great. And that jacket would still fit me now.
Yeah.
And there's me and Zandy and Zandy's
Is that
sister Abby,
That's right. Co-writer of Sid and Nancy.
co-writer of Sid and Nancy.
The Untouchables.
The
right?
Untouchables, who were a mod band in
In
Los
LA.
Angeles at the time.
They still are.
Still are.
Oh, yeah?
And here's the great Helen Martin, who
Helen Martin.
Helen Martin.
recently passed away.
Yeah, the late Helen Martin. She was great. Wonderful in this scene, too.
She was 90 years old.
In
Not
this
when, she,
scene?
not when she made this.
No.
When
she
she was
died.
90 years old when she died earlier this year.
I'll see if I can borrow some money from somewhere. That's terrific. Really.
Starred in Cotton Comes to Harlem, Hero Ain't Nothing But a Sandwich, Rage in Harlem, Beverly Hills Cop 3.
And Bulworth.
And Bulworth. Yeah, that's right. Bulworth.
That's right.
Yeah. Which you cast.
This is
You
a
cast
very,
her in Bulworth.
It's a very nice scene.
I love it when they're beating Emilio up and you can hear the dialogue. This one's for Keith Moon.
That's funny.
If you listen real hard, you can hear him saying, "This one's for Keith Moon."
Why? Because they're Who fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mod. I mean,
They're mods. Oh, that's
Are the Untouchables still around playing?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. The gigs keep getting smaller and smaller, and they keep getting bigger and bigger.
But the lead singer's not with them anymore, right? Or
Oh, I don't know.
Who knows?
It's like the Circle Jerks and Menudo. They just keep replacing. And
Yeah. Right.
Yeah, it was terrific.
That was hilarious. That thing wouldn't close up.
Yeah. And this is one of these sort of film mistakes where if you look at the back wheels of the car, they're clearly on the ground, right?
Yet another wall busted by the director. Torn down.
That's funny.
More illusions shattered.
I know.
Good piece of writing, actually. And the fact that it's on Jack's really came from nowhere.
I know. It must just have we must have either forgotten it was supposed to be on Jack's or thought it up at the last minute because.
Is this
Yeah,
for
and it's-
solo repo?
Yeah.
But it shows
That's
too
right.
that he wasn't, because he keeps trying to start it also. It was like that. I think you were creating it at the moment there.
Born to be wild.
Isn't that funny? Because at one point we were going to have Dennis Hopper be the Repo Man, weren't we? He was
we
on
were
our
until
list.
we heard some
heard
disturbing
him, I think.
news about
Did you hear it?
his state of his condition.
Yeah, that's right, because Dennis wasn't recovered.
He wasn't recovered yet, so we.
Oh, no, I know what it was. No, I tell you what happened. In fact, was that he decided to go and do another film. He went and did a film, and apparently he drove the director insane. And the director ended up living in a baseball dugout in the valley. Do you remember?
But I thought he had was in a sanitarium, well, not sanitarium, but a hospital or something. He ran out naked in front of a car and almost got hit, and that's when we decided maybe it's not so good to go with Dennis.
Yeah, but what about Tracy here doing
The Native American...
the Native American chant, medicine man, head bandage.
And Ferrangi.
Is he doing that? Yeah, and Ferrangi.
Yes.
This is Ferrangi's scene. Don't you ever say "shut up" to me?
Shut up.
Fuck you! You little scumbag. Shut up, Lester. Don't you ever tell me to shut up.
Oh, God.
This is the wildest group of
I
people.
love that song too. Great.
Well, it was about this time in the shooting you started to realize that you had something going on. I mean, just the thing was bigger than you, it was bigger than me. Bigger than
Well, Alex is in
it
the
was
back.
just rolling.
Alex is in the back seat in this.
Playing the aliens.
Yeah, he's actually on
Playing the
a
alien.
headset, listening to the scene from on the back seat.
I love this. I love your moves here, Del.
Yeah.
This is the way you do this whole thing is so perfect when that car vanishes.
There's a plate of shrimp on the wall there that you'll probably see.
Yeah.
Advertisement. And then the La Piñon says Reagan enters Nicaragua or something like that.
It's got something terrible. Yeah.
That's good.
Reagan intra Nicaragua. It's there.
Yeah, plate of shrimp luncheon special. And in fact, there's Bobby Ellis.
Yeah, there is.
Number one teamster in
And I had to call
Double
time
Up.
here because it was a working phone booth, and it would start because the scene was too long. So as I'm talking on the phone, I'm listening to time.
Yeah.
There's Miguel. Fox and Mac Taggart Pharmaceutical Company.
Because J. Ray Fox was J. Ray Fox, and Linda Burbank, previous name was McTaggart.
What are they humming there? What were they just?
That's the
Valkyries.
Oh, okay. Dun, 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 dun. Right. I forgot.
And that was meant as a little homage to Clockwork Orange to show you that they're not really as bad as...
No, I mean it's really hot.
Very nice of you, Al.
Yeah, it's kind of like a mix between Apocalypse Now and Clockwork Orange. there.
Exactly. It's exactly what it is.
We laid Vanetta's lines in on
Yeah.
post also about the car being hot, etc. And that's where I put in the Roswell, New Mexico too.
They're still doing Ride of the Valkyries.
Yeah.
Dick Rude's stunt.
Oh, you know that hurt.
Planned or non-planned?
Just right
He-
here, Del.
he
Del.
sort of
so
planned it,
good,
I think,
So
but he-
good, so good right there. You look into the pocket. Yeah,
Alex
takes a
always
dig.
Alex always
Takes a
insists that his
drink.
actors do all their own stunts.
Remember, Eddie was mad because there was garbage on the ground.
Oh, he didn't think they should be garbage.
Yeah, he says, "It's garbage. I don't like this garbage when I come out."
Funny.
Now, this is the scene you throwed in there. You told me the day before. You said, Sly, I got this idea. I said, what is it? I'll tell you tomorrow. The next day I walk in, you tell me to do this. I said, okay, whatever.
Well, by this point, I was sort of thinking that your character should have more stuff to do.
Yeah.
You know, that we should see more of that guy.
Another great shot. Great setup there. I love the depth of that scene.
Yeah, San Pedro by the oil refinery.
No, this argument also, if you remember, I was at, I went across, we were doing it looping, and it was myself, and then I went across to Holiday Health Spa, found two Latinas, and we brought them in, paid them $50, and they actually are doing that argument with me inside the house.
Great.
Wasn't this house used again in the film Scarface? It looks similar to that.
I think that it's almost exactly the same shot.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
So they took from you, Al.
Well, I mean, it's quite a favorite shot, I think.
Another Repo first.
But I suspect this has been used a lot, this location, because it's so picturesque. And San Pedro's popular with filmmakers, isn't it?
Well,
you notice the glass break before we hit the shooting.
Right.
A little mistake.
Bullets traveling faster than the speed of sound.
The audience loved this scene, boy. They were just laughing.
Yeah, it is funny when you pull up here.
You don't expect a side to come up and do
This
what he does.
line right here.
And you know that's my car.
No, that is your car, yeah.
That's my car.
Oh, this is great.
It's funny.
Still on the job, white boy.
Get in the car. That's great.
It's when he knows that he's not ready for this Repo life. He thought he was tough.
Yeah, that's one of the best ones.
This scene too, great.
Crazy light. I mean, you can't just shoot into people's houses.
Sure
I
you
mean, maybe you shot the guy.
What if it did?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's pretty severe. Jesus Christ!
Hey, blanks get the job done too.
You Repo,
So worldly,
you guys
like.
are all out to fucking lunch.
Get it.
Let's get out of
Get in the car.
That's what downtown Los Angeles used to look like.
Oh, God. So funny.
Is it you? This is Layla. Are you using a scrambler?
I can't hear you. I'm using a scrambler.
Oh, Fox.
Look out!
What?
That was a pretty good stunt.
That was a very good stunt by... first use of airbags in a film.
That's right.
Rick Barker was the stunt guy.
Rick Barker,
Yeah. Rick Barker, who then was Gary Oldman's stunt double on Sid and Nancy, went to Nicaragua with him on Walker. Ed Pansulo driving or passenger in the CIA car. Ed Pansulo, this actor, was the roommate of Mark Lewis, the actual Repo Man with whom I drove around. Fascinating, eh?
Yeah,
Very.
And this is shot at UCLA.
This is all shot in the master control, TV master control at UCLA.
And I remember the UCLA police came and thought they were going to shut us down because they had never seen so many. Normally it's a student film. You don't have all these trucks and everything around, and they have all these trucks around. And then when we showed them the permit, they walked away really sad.
Well, I had my student card because I'd enrolled at UCLA so we could have access to the master control.
Right.
Now, this was originally going to be birthday, but we couldn't. You have to pay for the rights to the song Happy Birthday.
But this is it.
What he says.
I want to talk about guts. Throw your face, kid.
That's some dude. It doesn't matter.
Oh, yes, it does.
Why don't you do something, Pletcher? Aren't you a cop or something?
Marlene, I'm on my coffee break. Go run into the man, Marlene. Repo Man goes it alone.
It's a rebob.
Just like John Wayne.
Damn right, just like John
goes,
Wayne.
here
What's
he
wrong with that?
Greatest American that ever lived.
John Wayne was a fag.
Yes.
What? John Wayne was a fag.
The hell he was.
He was too, you boys.
Oh.
I installed two-way mirrors in his pad in Brentwood.
This is going to be terrible for the people listening to this DVD because all they're going to hear is us
Yes,
cackling
laughing,
and
right.
watching the John Wayne sequence.
Doesn't mean he was a homo, Miller. I like to watch that buddy's fuck. No, I do.
Oh, I thought that was Ferrangi that said that line, but it wasn't. It was,
Oh, yeah, Ferrangi says greatest American that ever lived.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's Oli that says he likes
Oli
to watch his
says-
fuck. Yeah. Remember, you were supposed to, in the script, he's supposed to get a cigar behind the ear.
He does actually have a cigar, but he doesn't actually stub it out on his head.
Yeah, he's supposed to stamp out lit cigar on his ear. And
Is that like a Repo thing, or just?
Well, that's actually if it's in the Repo Man song too. Using my head for
my brains for an ashtray. That's right. It's interesting that Iggy Pop actually had read the script before he wrote the song, and had actually incorporated bits of it into the lyrics. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
It was nicely directed too, Alex. You had that that floating camera through there was.
That's right. It was all handheld, wasn't it?
Robbie did a lot of handheld. He did a lot of handheld. It was really good.
In that sequence.
Now check this out.
They go to see Mr. Humphreys.
Poor guy.
And who's that in the background? By the Christmas tree.
Well, it happens to be me decorating Mr. Humphrey's Christmas tree.
What's that about, Xander?
Oh, I don't know. Just probably groveling for my job.
But aren't you in your pajamas?
Yeah.
Why would you be in your pajamas at Mr. Humphrey's house?
Well, I never understood that, but
slumber party.
Oh, it's a sleepover.
I think you were trying to insinuate something about my character.
But you know what's funny? You were also prophetic there on TV. It's Rebel bases in Acapulco, right? Well, it's not quite Acapulco, but it is Chiapas.
Oh, that's interesting. It was Acapulco too, isn't it? Because they attacked Acapulco last year.
Right.
Circle jerk.
So here we are in Circle Jerk.
Checks his gun.
Yeah, that was just before I joined the band.
I think Chuck Biscuits is in the band at this point, isn't he?
And Earl the Giant was playing the bass.
I love this club. This club doesn't exist anymore.
It's on Sunset Boulevard, this club.
Did it exist? We didn't build this? I thought we built this.
No, it actually existed with the little stalagmites.
With the stalactites and everything.
Oh, yeah,
Think
cool.
of this in future generations. You must tell us everything.
The gum that sticks to her hand.
You hated the hand, right?
Well, I always thought the hand looked a bit more like she was wearing a glove made of aluminium foil.
Which is what it is.
Like a funny thing.
I was thinking we could have something a little more robotic.
But Dick's big scene here.
Yeah.
Now, all I can see is Jennifer's gum sticking to the hand.
Layla and her weird friend.
And the butyl nitrate is also generic.
That's right. The butyl nitrate, which was a popular drug on the scene at that time, is anti-knock fluid for diesel engines.
Oh, God.
That's great. See, it's the generic butyl nitrate.
A metal hand. Can we feel it?
You see, she's supposed to have a robot hand, and that's not quite.
The
a
budget
robot
didn't
hand,
quite allow for that, maybe.
Oh, yes. Gum sticks.
Wow.
That's great.
Wow.
She's talented.
So is he, in his own way.
His character's definitely metamorphosed already there quite a bit.
But that's the thing about Otto is he's a really blank page. You know,
Right.
he never actually takes any action.
Right.
So he's endlessly influenced by events, and so he can, without changing his appearance in any way, he goes from being a punk rocker to a businessman, and he could have ended up a revolutionary or a time machine pilot or anything because he has no personality.
Vapid.
That's nice.
This scene is a mixture of mostly shot by Robbie Mueller and a second unit that we did with Bob Richardson because we'd killed Miguel Sandoval in a different way. Dick Root had shot him with a bow and arrow.
That's
remember?
right.
And the scene didn't work so well that we
Right.
didn't think we were going to use it. And Dennis Dolan, who was the editor, said, I really think you've got to pay off the death of Archie because otherwise it's just, there's something missing here. And it was really Dennis that came up with the idea that we would do this whole new ending to this scene where they open the trunk the whole way and Archie gets it.
Yeah, well, at this point you were searching for this ending. You kind of didn't know what you were shooting, so it was all starting to get magic.
You can almost see the stars.
Oh, shut up. He's gonna open it.
Fox is great then. You can almost see the stars.
Oh.
Knowing what he's putting them into, you know?
Yeah. And years later, like about a couple of years ago, I had a call. I was at Peter McCarthy's office in Venice, and I had a call there from a guy who said that he was the inventor of the neutron bomb. And he really was. It's a guy called Sam Cohen, and who was like a contemporary of Oppenheimer and Edward Teller and all these people. And he just called me up, and I've been out and had lunch with this chap. He's like 72 years old, and
Is he a fan of the movie?
yeah, his favorite films are Dr. Strangelove and Repo Man. And he's really proud of the neutron bomb. He says, he got a medal from the Pope for designing it. And very interesting guy.
Oh.
There goes Archie.
There goes Arch.
So long, Arch.
There's the boots. And here's some quotable lines.
Come on, Duke, let's go do those crimes.
Yeah. Let's go get sushi and not pay.
And so this is the 3rd Street Bridge. Or no, not bridge, but it's sort of an overpass over the freeway. It closed down.
It's great if you look real closely. You could see Alex is driving the car.
Really? Yeah. Well, it's always either me or Bobby Ellis.
But you look nothing like Fox Harris.
No, I look nothing like Fox Harris.
It was
at
just
all.
so soft, though, you could get away with it. The sheriff hats are hilarious.
Yeah. Well, in fact, they were going to be Dodgers hats originally because they've all gone out with baseball bats.
Right.
But then the Dodgers wouldn't let us use
And
their hats.
I brought the real Repo Man in to talk to him, Quentin.
Yeah.
And he had the sheriff hats and the jackets that he would use when he repo cars.
So Quentin Gutierrez loaned us those hats. Funnily enough, at the same time as we made this film, there was Penny Spurious made Suburbia.
Yeah.
And there are lots of little similarities.
Yeah.
There's a point at which the executive producer of Suburbia appears on a television within the frame, right about where Michael does in Repo Man. There's a guy's a murderer. He kills a little kid with a car, and he's wearing a Dodgers baseball cap. And all these little things happen that sort of have something to do with Repo Man.
Similar mindsets, you and...
Or coming out of the same scene and the same kind of preoccupations. Yeah, yeah.
And that's the automatic Falcon that got hit, not the four on the floor.
Great driving, Del.
I mean, I know the car chases seem a little bit lame, but I imagine this is what car chases would be more likely to be because you'd brake your car pretty quickly going over all those curbs.
Doing all that stuff. And this was an intense scene. Harry Dean had a real bat. It was a real controversy, if you remember. He was supposed to have a rubber bat, and he wouldn't do it with the rubber bat. And so everybody was mad at him, but I was cool with it. And then this is a real bat. He comes swinging at me. He swings at him, then he swings at me, but it was cut out there.
Well, and then I switched bats on him. I switched I gave him a plastic bat when he wasn't looking.
Yeah, and he was mad.
He was not happy about that.
He was so mad, and it was so hilarious too because he wouldn't do it because you had done that to him. He wouldn't do it again unless he had the real bat. And I remember he even hit the Ford Falcon with the bat.
Whacked
Put a
the
big
Falcon,
dent.
put a big dent in the hood of the Falcon.
And I remember he was even telling Peter, "Look at the shit I gotta go through."
But what he didn't know was that Robbie Mueller had come to me after the first take and said, "Listen, Alex, on that last take, I felt the wind of a real baseball bat go right past my face. And I'm not going to shoot this scene anymore if they have real baseball bats." So I had to sort of get into it with Harry Dean just to get the bat kind of switched.
Well, it was strange the way the whole thing happened. The way the whole thing happened, though, was that it was an impasse. It was like you weren't going to give him the bat and everything. And I remember
He was struggling like these, just ridiculous, like two bald guys fighting over a wig. You know?
You even, if I recall, you even after one of the takes, you went to grab it, and then he went, and then you all both ended up.
Tug of war.
You ended up on the ground, and then all of a sudden, here comes Alex up with the bat.
I think it was hard. I mean, I think Harry really likes to do what he wants to do, you know, and it must have been difficult for him because when we did this film, Harry was like 58 and I was 29. So I think that's Michael on screen there. Isn't that you, Michael? It's a scene from Elephant Parts.
Oh, yeah.
It looks like it,
Yeah.
actually. You can kind of see it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me doing, I think, Art Remnants.
But continue your
Yeah.
story.
So I think it was hard for Harry because of that, because I was like half his age. I'd never directed anything that he would have seen except student film, you know. And he would say, you know, I worked with the greatest directors of all time, like Francis Ford Coppola, Monty Hellman. You know why they're great? And I go, no, why? Because they let me do exactly what I want.
I got to remember that one.
Well, it was good. Well, I remember we was at an impasse, and he said, well, let's do the scene. And he wasn't going to be in it, right? And I go, come on, Bud, in character. Come on, Bud, do the scene. He goes, well, he won't let me be in it. And then somehow we worked it out, and then we continued shooting. But I remember
we got it resolved. I think Harry just went and did it with a plastic bat in the end.
They're winos. They don't have any money. You think they'd be bums if they did?
You want out?
Yeah, this is one.
What's the matter with you? Do you like your job anymore? Not happy in your job? I mean, I feel like we're not communicating anymore.
By this time, I'm loving this character because he's getting very complete.
Yeah.
And I like that you got Otto going into the full apoplexy of fear. He's turned angry and afraid.
And there's a tear in Harry's eye.
Yeah.
There's a tear in his eye.
Very good.
Yeah.
Otto can't do anything, and Bud can't connect. And hey, there's my couch.
Yeah, there.
I wondered what happened.
Yeah, and here's part of the conspiracy situation here.
Right.
But I always tell people sometimes when they can't control environments, if you remember, as he keeps walking, one of the homeless people kept pointing to the car because he had seen the rehearsal. But it's totally fine. In fact, I remember you said, "Don't worry about it; it's fine." And
we gave him a Repo Man hat to wear.
And so there you see him; he's pointing. Yeah. So instead of trying to control your environment, just going with it sometimes it really works.
Yeah. You don't really see that it's a Repo Man cap, but it's completely postmodern. Yeah, because it's one of the extras is saying, "Okay, well now you're going to go over there."
That's right. It's totally cool.
Now. Never thought of Repo Man as a postmodern film.
It's really postmodern. It's really, really postmodern.
Now, what is this stuff that comes out of his mouth, Alex? I know it's supposed to be puke, but...
It's vegetable soup.
It's normally vegetable soup, isn't it?
Yes, it was vegetable soup. I remember him getting ready to do this scene.
Chunky vegetable, though.
Oh, yeah.
All throw-up's got corn in it.
Right.
Oh, you got.
Of course, you have to have a cob of corn every day.
Well, he's really running his ass off here, too. I remember he had to run to catch that car to be there at the perfect timing. And once he gets in the car, the lining is just, wow. It's
really that Robbie Mueller is.
Well, again, you see here, you're staying very consistent. The car stops and picks him up.
Yeah.
He doesn't chase it down. I like that.
Yeah.
And now he gets into it, and of course...
This is actually my favorite scene in the film.
It's beautiful. It's just, look at the line. It's just beautiful.
J. Frank Parnell.
I just loved Fox, and I was rooting for him the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not at all.
Feel as if your mind had started to erode.
Yeah, we worked with Fox 4 times. Did you cast him in? Because I had him in 4 films. Did you cast him in anything else?
I'm sure I did. I can't remember offhand right now.
Because in Sid and Nancy, he's the porter in the Chelsea Hotel.
That's right.
In Straight to Hell, he's a cabaret singer.
He's not in Walker, right?
And he's in Walker too, but he has a very small part as a lawyer in the trial scene at the beginning when Ed Harris is on trial.
Everybody could stand 100 chest X-rays a year. They ought to have them, too. When they canceled the project, it almost did me in. One day, my mind was literally burst. The next day, nothing. Swept away. But I'll show them. I had a lobotomy in the end.
Lobotomy? Isn't that for loonies?
Not at all. A friend of mine had one. Designer of the new...
And I remember in the audition with Fox also, Dick Root, he had a broken wrist, if you remember in the audition. He told us, be careful with him because he has a broken wrist. And the first thing Dick Root does is go over there and just body slam. And you could see him go, oh, like he really hurt, but then he just kept going. I just thought, wow, this guy's great.
That's amazing.
Dies.
Working on a thing can drive you mad.
I particularly like any script that has the word pernicious in it.
Pernicious is a good
word.
It's a good word.
It's a really good choice to make him tight close-ups like this. Really nice.
What kind of car is your...
Yeah, it's interesting how it almost all plays inside the car, isn't it? There's only one exterior. Everything else is just on the two of them.
Why don't you let me drive?
What do you mean?
You're shooting these as long singles. It's not double covered, is it?
No, it's just 2 singles, isn't it? It's just one shot of Otto, one shot of J. Frank.
Two hemispheres are fundamentally at odds. Hemisphere. Hemisphere. You know, it's strange.
Oh no, we never go outside the car, do we? We stay inside the car the whole time.
Well, no, at the
until
end.
he's dead.
Yeah, till he's dead, right?
So I was in very good hands with Robbie because he had instinctive. All his instinctive ideas were right about the way it should look. And
I remember the first night of dailies.
Yeah.
The first image that came up, everyone literally went, "Ooh, ah," because it was so beautiful.
Yeah.
And we were so startled at realizing we were making a movie and that Robbie Mueller was shooting it,
Yeah.
and he was shooting it, great.
Yeah. And that was the scene where the lights went out on the bridge, wasn't it?
I think it was that scene.
Yeah.
I think it was that scene. It was really beautiful.
Mr. Knickerbocker.
That's a great thing also about doing this movie. Just all the shooting in downtown L.A., East L.A., nothing really. You would think that L.A. didn't exist west of Broadway.
I know.
That's right.
And I really love that about the movie.
Yeah.
Now, Michael, in this next scene, didn't you invite your friend Jimmy Buffett down to the set?
Jimmy Buffett's in the next. Yeah, he's in. He plays one of the men in.
Oh, that's right.
Men in Black.
Wasting away in Margaritaville.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, it's not this scene, but it's when they're
coming up.
But it's coming up. You're exactly right. I was working with Jimmy trying to do Margaritaville as a movie, and you never get the conceit to gel. It was either not neoclassic or postmodern.
But fried pies is postmodern.
It was just
fried
a drink.
Pies is very
fried
modern.
pies is very postmodern.
Well, I like that. Oh yes, the party at Milla's.
The party.
Now, I never figured out who my wife was, and you took out a great line when I asked for those hot dogs.
No, Alex.
I think. You know what? I think I know why. I think your wife was the transvestite.
Oh, okay.
So that's right. One of the little wives is a transvestite.
Who is a transvestite? I can't tell
The
the
one,
difference.
the one on the left, right?
All
in the background, I think.
They're all transvestite.
behind
the one in the
Otto.
blue. Yeah, that one on the left.
Well, what does that say about me that I can't tell the difference?
It says you should go back over and get in your pajamas and put on Christmas tree ornaments.
I'm scared.
But that's one thing also we were saying earlier is that a lot of people, when I go around and I'm working, when they find out that I was in Repo Man, it's almost like a whole court. The people just love this movie, and a lot of young filmmakers very influenced by it.
Still has a lot of juice.
There you go.
Yeah, for being made in 1983.
Well, Easy Rider was made in 1968, and that's
it's
got
still
some
got a
juice
lot of
too,
juice.
huh?
Yeah, but
And Midnight Cowboy.
Well, the 80s were pretty vapid times, though,
Yeah.
if you think about it. So something
Yeah.
from the 80s surviving.
So you want to talk about it? Talk about what, kid?
No, there was a moment though in American films when there was like that period from like about 68 to 72 or 73 when some really good films got made, and Harry Dean was in most of them.
Mm-hmm. Cool Hand Luke.
Well, that was a major watershed in American film. But I have to say that with all of that, Repo Man was a seminal film.
Yeah,
this started something that had not happened before. Easy Rider notwithstanding, this was an entirely different genre of movie, an entirely different way of thinking, a different way of writing, a different way of doing characters. It's a real jewel in your crown, Alex.
You're so kind.
Well, it's true. It's true. I think there's a lot here. It's a lot of substance in this film. It's also funny as hell.
Yeah.
Funny is important.
Funny is the reason it works.
Yeah.
If this wasn't funny, it would
Yeah.
not. There would be nothing to redeem it.
And Luis Contreras is in the scene again.
Yeah.
That was another one. He had auditioned. I brought him in to audition for one of the Rodriguez brothers. Another lattice of coincidence.
Yeah.
I also like.
There's Luis.
I just love the way he looks
Yes.
as a security guard.
Yes.
It's like a typical.
Uh-oh. Great.
This is where you need security against the security guards.
She starts it. That's great.
Yeah, yeah.
And remember, they were worried about the rating or it being too bloody, so you had to use it where it hit the ketchup bottle so that they would red.
Oh, that's right. To
Splatter.
justify all the blood, we had to show the ketchup being broken first.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds like a conversation I might have been having.
Yes, probably. Probably, Mike.
That was very realistic.
I wanted to get it past the MPAA.
Yeah.
We needed to get it to the theaters. Not that we did.
Not that we did. we
Not that we ever got it.
But it was a good idea. It was a good idea to hit the ketchup, though. It was a good idea to hit that ketchup and get that red everywhere.
romantically involved?
That's a great line. She's a great character. She
Yes.
really is.
Yeah. And she survives.
Yes, she
She's
lives.
one of the few people not to get killed.
Right.
I've never survived one of your films, Alex.
That's right.
I've always been killed.
Yeah.
But I do come back to life on the gurney.
Oh, yes. There's more to come, isn't there?
This is a great scene also, this piece of the scene here.
The white suburban punk scene.
Yeah, people laugh so much in this scene.
And nobody knows that that's Alex actually doing his last breath.
Very well done, Al.
Disgusting.
Still doing it, sounds like to me.
I know a life of crime led me to this sorry.
Here comes one of the most memorable lines of the movie. You're just a white suburban punk.
Blame
Just like
society.
me.
But it still hurts.
Society made me what I am.
It's so archetype. Society made me.
You're a white suburban punk, just like me. But it still hurts.
Tasty O's right behind him.
Here we go. Listen to this.
That you, Al?
You're gonna be all right.
Can't you tell?
You're going to be all right, he tells him.
I know, you're going to be all right. It's a really great thing
So
to
then he
say.
says, well, maybe not.
But then, yeah, he does say maybe not. Oh, God. Tasty O's and cornflakes. And...
This is the Jimmy Buffett sequence.
Jimmy Buffett.
That was him.
That's him. Where is he? Where's Jimmy?
He's right there with the camera. He's
Is
right
he with
behind
the
the guy.
camera?
Yeah.
We're setting him on fire.
Setting him on fire. I'm approaching the bench.
I just love the way you did the hail for the last scene as well. It's like you can see this line of hail falling down, and it's falling down nowhere else in the scene. It's just as if there were two guys on a plank
on a long plank
with a bucket of ice.
That's
Yeah,
exactly
it
what
does
it
look like
was.
that.
Wait, now, what's Ferrangi talking about? Wait,
Chicken Man. He's
Chicken
got
Man,
his whole
yes.
thing about stay out of the limelight, kid.
Yes.
You know, why don't you just be a chicken man on a farm? Which is just something Ferrangi came up with, you know.
Oh.
Yes!
Oh, yes.
Vanetta!
Yeah, Vanetta, give it to him.
Yeah.
She's tough.
She's done some action films.
Not the face. That was
Yeah,
like-
not the face. That was good.
I think that was actually
Not my face! That's... That was Steve Madsen. Very funny guy, Steve Madsen.
Vanetta's great here. She's
Yeah.
a boy. She's
Yeah.
It's like, uh-oh, don't mess with her.
You know, she's the first female African American to do a scene with a superstar.
Really? Who was it?
I Get Sanction.
Oh, a love scene with
yeah.
Clint
With
Eastwood.
Eastwood.
Clint Eastwood,
That's
yeah.
right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And Pletchner gets his comeuppance.
He gets his comeuppance.
Where'd you come up with the name Pletchner?
I actually was pulled over once by two cops, and they had identity tags that obviously weren't their real name. They just like put them on, and one of them was called Peichner. And somehow and I put it in the script, and somehow the spelling. Richard Ferrangi thought it was Pletchner,
Yeah.
and I just
So
thought
you just kept
Pletchner
it.
sounds better than Peichner anyway. So,
Yeah.
but it was obviously because of their ethnicity. They obviously weren't called Peichner and O'Reilly, you know, and so it was. They just obviously were wearing false ID. These cops, you know, so you can't report them. So that was interesting.
So here we come in, the Rodriguez brothers come in and to rescue him. And I remember the only thing Amelia was worried about was that I would drop him.
But this is based on that. You know those experiments they would do with people where they would pretend to be like torturing people in experiments and like
Right.
pump up the juice and stuff like that. And they found that like nine out of 10 people will just keep on turning up the electricity until the alleged subject is dead. You know, and there were experiments done at universities with actors pretending that they were being given electric shocks.
Wow.
It's a good fireman's carry, Del.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah, Del. See, he didn't need to worry.
Yeah, I mean, he only weighed about 140 pounds then. I just told him, don't worry, I won't drop you.
Emilio was very happy that night too because he got to parade around with his jockey shorts on.
Yeah.
This is another thing that you allowed us to do, Alex, which is you gave us a lot of latitude to come up with things. And we would discuss things. And for example, when they ripped the car and the orange bangs, and this here too.
like the great directors.
Like the great directors, let them do whatever they want.
And
There
here
she is again.
Here she is.
The English lady.
No, it wasn't. It's the great directors let Harry Dean do whatever he wants.
And that's Wally Cronin, my
Wally
neighbor.
Cronin and Monona
Monona
Wally.
Wally, married to Bob Richardson.
And a lot of people like this line also that I tell her.
Oh, yeah.
Out of order. Take the stairs.
You're awful, Del.
This is all before Arnold Schwarzenegger, Hasta la Vista, and you know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah. Another first.
So what I want to know is what's happened to Kevin?
Well, I believe what you told me, Al, was that when they came to beat up Mr. Humphreys, I was dragged behind the repo car on chains and subsequently died.
There's the tree.
What I don't understand is how I came back to life.
I obviously think you didn't expire. You were only injured.
And here's where she's saying they run into your trash on the corner and they won't pick it up.
She's on a major tangent.
That's great. He's catatonic till he hears what's on the television.
Yeah.
I know I should have stayed with you, but...
And there's the happy face badge, a very important element.
Set of big wheels, you know.
Eddie loved the scene.
That was a moment of heartfelt
Yeah, there was a little slight,
communication.
almost sincerity.
Eddie,
between Harry Dean and Emilio.
Eddie always reminded me, I get to shoot the guns.
Yeah, he did a good job. There's the Reverend Larry again.
Chevy Malibu, and that's what gets him going.
But you know, at this point, Alex.
Yes.
The movie is now decidedly non-linear.
Right.
It has gone a little bit.
Now this scene is great because
it's gone
That's very charitably put, Michael.
Watch Emilio and Vanetta in the back. The Rick Barker, the stunt coordinator, told me drive the hell out of it, and he didn't tell them. So when you watch the camera mount, they are seriously afraid. He didn't realize that I was going to do that because we were supposed to do it slow and crank the camera down. Remember?
Yeah, we're slipping along. We're out of postmodern now.
Where are we, Michael?
Boom! There goes Eddie.
Yeah, we're non-linear.
Now watch them in the back seat. They're really like they're not. Hey, this is not what we're supposed to be doing. We're not supposed to be going this fast.
Yeah.
There's Agent Rogers.
Great.
They did hit the court.
You know that was real.
Love the chicken sounds.
Yeah.
Hey.
Where's the Malibu?
Where's the Malibu?
Because I don't know. I mean, I don't have it. Marlene doesn't have it. You and your crazy friends don't have it.
Put it back on that slab. Give him some more shots.
Where the fuck is he?
Now this guy burned his face with this. His face got a little burn from this.
It was real tear gas.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Well,
Real tear, yeah.
And you didn't tell him you were going to do it either, did you?
No, we didn't tell him we were going to do it.
Now, guys.
It's all real.
You're gonna have some 12-year-old doing that. Oh, they did.
Yes, don't try this.
Oh,
at home.
yeah,
And don't try this.
Don't try this at home.
All right. Or this.
Yeah, this, yeah.
No, that was real glass.
And
no?
there's the Rodriguez brothers. They leave. They leave the story at that time, that point.
Right. We don't need them anymore. We'll just, I don't know.
We'll go on our non-linear way.
They went, they were, and then they went over there.
That's right.
Alex, whatever did happen to the Rodriguez brothers?
They went to Central America and carried on version 2 of the film.
Okay.
Yeah.
Here's the shot you're talking about.
Yeah.
With ice.
The buckets of ice. Where?
And
Why
the voice on the soundtrack talking about the reign of tiny cubes of ice is Adam Dubov,
Oh, yes, Adam.
a film director who did a very good film called The Unlovables.
And this is also way before CG or composites or any kind of effects. You actually painted the car green.
The car has been painted with this reflective substance.
Yeah,
that
the
they use for
3M
traffic
stuff.
signs.
Yeah, and it was like $600 a bucket.
Yeah,
put
yeah,
it on there.
yeah.
That paint job cost like $6,000.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
11 years of repoing cars, and what have I got? Shit.
Bud, listen to me. You're sitting in a car.
The art of negotiation.
Yeah. And I do know a lot of people, by the way, that came to live in that part of L.A. south of the downtown Los Angeles from this movie. They were looking for all these locations.
Really?
Very strange. One of my friends, who I ended up making friends with, he still lives there.
Well, caution them away from like pirate movies and things like that. yeah, we don't.
Al,
Don't watch that one.
Do you want to talk about asking Muhammad Ali to?
Oh yes, this was the day. We tried to get this for a couple of days somewhere else, hadn't we? And we'd been fogged in and hadn't been able to film this sequence.
Right.
You were supposed to be up in Lancaster or something.
Yeah, or up in the hills. And so we'd come back to Los Angeles to shoot it in the Repo yard. And the day that Vicky and I were due to go downtown to shoot, we were in Venice or Santa Monica, and we heard that Muhammad Ali was at Gold's Gym, the old Gold's Gym on Main Street. And so we went to, we went there and we saw Muhammad Ali and we said, would you like to be in our film? And we were going to have him get out of the helicopter along with like the bishop and the chief rabbi and all these other guys. And not even he would be able to approach the car. It would be too, the power of, the car would be too great even for Muhammad. And so we proposed this to him, didn't we?
And he listened. He listened very nicely.
It sounds very interesting, you know.
Well done, Victoria.
Then he declined, but
also very nicely.
But we tried.
But you know, it worked out well because you had not only the two producers of the film, but the executive producer.
Yes.
Come up and, you know.
Yep.
The religious garb.
Yes, Peter is dressed as the Cardinal of Los Angeles.
Here comes
Jonathan
the
is
producers.
Yeah, and so it's really, really hilarious also because Bud's kind of exit scenes there is he gives, last time he wants a beer and he says, no cigarette.
Good.
Had to do that.
That was me.
I was one of those guys too. I was one of those
guys.
Here's the diuretics thing.
But now, come on. You often see people on fire in films, but how often do you see them get put out with fire extinguishers?
I particularly like that they got put out. And I love, now you've got Tracy now coming back to sort of help us out because the thing otherwise is going to unroll like 7 balls of yarn.
And in fact, their whole religious theme is kind of coalescing here with...
Yes.
Now, if you did that nowadays, I'm not sure that some of the people on the religious right wouldn't freak.
Oh, did you see Dogma? Here he comes, smiling beatifically.
Yeah, beautiful. And you know what? The light looks really good on it too. That green light, it looks great on.
Here comes one of my favorite lines. What about our relationship? Fuck that.
I don't know. The spirituality is coming through stronger and stronger.
Yes, it is. Well, I mean, the movie, you never get the movie you shoot. You always get the movie that it is.
Yeah.
Great shot. Cover of a book right there.
Yeah. And I think that's a Bob Richardson shot as well.
This one
I think we had to, not that one, but the one of Cy and the threesome. Yeah.
This is great. He looks great in
that right there.
Yeah.
Good composition. Everything is good there.
What about our relationship? What about our relationship?
Fuck that.
Yay!
That.
That's so funny.
Shit! I'm glad I tortured you. How could you leave me?
I tried.
I really like the whole score of this last sequence. It's quite a long... It's just called Real 10 or something, isn't it?
Yeah, Real 10 was good. He was used a lot throughout the movie. It's really nice.
But it also sounds like, Chuck Berry and Bo Diddley at some of their strangest moments. I don't know whether you've ever heard them, but they actually have songs that sound like this. Chuck Berry has something with like Hawaiian thing going on with it. Sounds like this. Pineapples.
What did this mean, Al?
This is a cosmic bop apocalypse.
It's a time... He's right. It's a time machine.
So
they're going
Miller
back
was...
in time. He was right all along.
Wow.
But they first have to travel at the speed of light before they can go back in time.
So you get to explain all this stuff now. You're sitting in a theater.
I've seen a lot of shots.
Bob did that, didn't he?
Yes, this is all shot by Bob Richardson from a helicopter.
There's even commercials that totally rip this off. I saw a commercial the other day where it's totally just like this.
The flying car?
Yeah. With flying through downtown LA and kind of doing the really weird turns like this.
This is intense. The life of a repo man is always intense.
It's insane.
Yeah, it's now finally over the side. It is now finally over the side. And so okay, Alex, here we are, DVD, new technologies. Button it up for us now. What do we have to say now?
I really wanted to say I'm sorry that the First Interstate Bank got taken over by Wells Fargo because it's a much better bank.
That's hilarious.
That's all I have to say.
Hey, look, he was Michael Sandoval.
He was Michael Sandoval in those days.
And this is our homage to Kiss Me Deadly with the backward,
yes,
credits?
That's
credit
right.
sequence.
Very.
Dorothy Bartlett
That's who
is the
was
name
Dorothy
of the
Bartlett.
English dustbin lady.
And the other's
Dorothy
father,
Bartlett.
Jonathan Hooger. That's right, I remember. Where are some of these
And there's
folks?
Jimmy. Wait, Jimmy Buffett was listed as a repo wife? No.
No, it's going backwards. He was a
Oh,
man,
that's
in,
right.
a man in
Okay.
black.
See, I'm not even paying attention.
Yeah.
I got thrown for a second.
Right. You knew the Genesis, you didn't know the reality. That's the way life is, isn't it?
Thank you.
Hey,
Dolores Deluxe was the nurse. Rodney Bingenheimer was in the
my
film, and they spelled
Lord.
his name
Oh, I
wrong in the
forgot.
credits.
Was Rodney Bingenheimer at the door?
Yes,
Checking
that's
in
right.
the
Rodney
gun?
Bingenheimer's. He's standing in the bar.
There's my sister.
Well, Harry Wowchuk was the special effects guy on Time Rider.
Yeah, well, we must. I mean, there's several Time Rider people in the
Yeah,
film.
there's a bunch of
aren't there?
Time Rider stuff in here, actually.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard this Iggy Pop song in a long time.
No, it's a good song,
It's good.
isn't it? Yeah.
It is a good song.
Yeah.
I like the song. So when we had the premiere, it was at the Venice, which it doesn't even exist anymore. The Venice International Theater, is that what's called?
The Fox Venice, wasn't
Fox
it? On
Venice
the-
Theater.
yeah.
There's Rowdy Harrington, who
Who's a director
became a
now?
director.
Yeah.
John LaFia.
Another director.
John LaFia became a director.
Yeah.
Amy Ness is a producer.
Ela
Debbie
Bunker,
Diaz, a
I heard
writer.
about recently. Debbie Diaz works all the time.
Michael Chinich, great casting director.
Harry Gittes.
Harry Giddes, producer.
Tom Boyd, he was the guy who went, "Muck, muck, 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 muck."
Yeah. Tom was good. Good guy.
Yeah. Abby Wool, video coordinator.
Tom Muska, producer
Muska,
and writer of
producer,
Stand and
writer.
Deliver.
Ramon Menendez will show up here if he hasn't yet.
Ramon's mother appeared earlier, actually, making
Yes.
tortillas, even though she doesn't really know how to do it. But she had a crack at it.
Well, she's from Cuba.
Yeah.
There's
He's
Tom Richmond.
all the additional cameramen on this. and
Bob
different
Richardson,
ones.
Tom Richmond, beautiful. Good work. Those guys.
Ramon
There's
Menendez,
Ramon, future director,
electrician.
writer, was our prop master. Bob Dawson, great titles guy.
Oh, brilliant title.
The Plugs, Tito La Riva.
Brilliant soundtrack
Yes.
by Lariva Hofstadter.
La Riva Hofstadter.
And here's that soundtrack. Here's the punk rock soundtrack.
Very good
I'd
soundtrack.
love for MCA to put this
I
back
don't
out.
have it.
And you know, we were lucky in one way about the whole Universal connection because we were able to have like a Louis Armstrong thing in there and the Andrews sisters
Yeah.
because they had the MCA catalog.
Right.
And so in that small way, we actually did get some benefit from that connection. Well, this is Alex Cox saying goodbye and thank you very much for buying this DVD.
Goodbye.
Bye. I'm not saying goodbye.
Yeah,
That's
Repo
good
Man.
enough.